Shame is what prevents the growth. Okay. Because like I'm a bad person or I'm bad in general, or I don't deserve good things. So I keep shutting myself down because my self talk is in this place of being hypercritical and actually destructive. So shame is going to be destructive. We're suppressing an aspect of ourselves and we're locking it away and acting like it doesn't exist. Okay. And so that's going to hinder our clarity every time we move forward. And so it's slowing down, creating some space, looking at models, figuring out what paths they've taken. Those are like going to give us some good steps. And there's generally a well charted way, and our way is going to be a little bit different. There's going to be nuance, and we have to expect that, based on my past, there's going to be things that are coming up that I'm going to be in conflict with. And to stay on track and to continue to find clarity, each time I run up against a wall, I need to know that I'm going to have, heavy emotions come up. I'm going to have negative thinking come up. I'm going to have doubts that are going to tell me I can't do it or shouldn't do it or I'm not good enough to do it. So all those things need to be confronted. And that's difficult. That's difficult work. It's painful to, to be like, well, yeah, like I'm actually sabotaging myself. I'm the one stopping myself. I'm the one. So many of these things feel like they're out of our control or that it's somebody else's fault. And childhood wise, a lot of these things we weren't in control of. Okay. So that's where like a lot of the tug of war happens is I don't feel like I've made a lot of these decisions in the first part of my life, but they just kind of happen. So it's difficult to take responsibility for those because of that scenario. But if we want to change them, it's like, okay, how can I move through this? How can I change how I'm seeing the situation? How can I start to forgive the people involved? Because the more I'm attached to it, the more I'm like fixated on, hey, you did these things to me, that pulls me off track too. I'm not going to find solutions in that place. Right. And it's always, I can be right or I can get to where I want to go. And so that's a tough thing when we feel like things have been done to us, right? Because that's us being stuck and bound to the past. And we're going to want to move forward to find new clarity. And so me letting go of those things is what's actually going to open up my mind to see things differently.
Yes. I resemble that whole journey that you just went on there. So as you were coming to the end of that, you were getting to the place of asking questions. And I think that's an important thing to maybe touch on just a little bit more around the asking the right questions. Because and we've talked about this previously a little bit, but as the inner critic comes up, it's easier to sort of let the I'm terrible voice override the questioning voice, the curious voice. So how do we kind of frame up in and get to those better questions?
Well, and it is giving us permission to feel whatever is coming up because I'm feeling this way where I'm beating up on myself, but then I also get caught in the game of, oh, I shouldn't be feeling this way. Right. And so first step is like, I give myself permission to feel that way. Hey, this is where I'm at. It's okay. I have to know that that's like the voice in my past. This is the voice that's going to shut me down. This is the voice I was shamed on some level by somebody else or me or combination of both probably. But, generally like when we're little kids and we make a mistake, like, let's say our parents are fighting or whatever, like we always make it about us. It's my fault that they're fighting. Right. And so we have kind of this lower level thought process of like thinking everything's our fault. And that's where a lot of this stuff comes from. And so, yeah, to get to this place of questioning and self-compassion and getting to deeper in the thought process, I have to be, well, okay, I'm here. I have to allow myself to feel this way fully. And then when I've felt it on the other side of it, I get to this point of choice of I've moved through the feeling. I didn't suppress it or reject it. And now I'm at this place to recalibrate what direction do I want to move and what changes do I need to make to move there?